NBA 2K25.
I'm going to grab my koozie, but first up, let's head over to my team for some triple threat online action with our 2K TV award winner, Evans.
We are here celebrating our 2K TV wrap party, and we're going to head into the triple threat park today with 2 members of Team 2K TV.
And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those outfits. Welcome, basketball fans. It's Saturday afternoon, and you're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia is out there with Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, she is out there with Irving. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in its small forward. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thank you, David. To the middle, it's stolen by Davis. And just over a minute played here at the start of the game. And that one's good by G.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Now, here's Sharp, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Anthony Davis with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes, flexing on him there.
Now, here's Sharp, guarded closely. Henderson passes to Sharp. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Dallas moving it around. Davis kicks to Irving. Takes it inside. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Almost effortless looking. Kyrie's motion inside is so well practiced.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Klingon. Here's Sharp. 6 to shoot. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Will stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization. Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
A different look for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. And Washington subbed in for Najee Marshall. Stolen by Washington. Fast break Dallas. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
Their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this one.
Anderson looking it over. Grant the pass to Anderson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Simons. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Well, don't blink, or Simons will already have the shot off.
Here's Irving. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, here's Simon. He's guarded closely, and Ayton stays with it.
Well, Ayton has always been a solid offensive rebounder, and he's got the numbers to back it up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense.
Substitution on the court.
Portland with the ball. 7-point differential. Pass to Klingon. Davis against Avdia. Simons from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Simons has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Trailblazers. We've got Derek Lively. Irving is out there with G. And there's Davis. And it's Marshall in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Down low, here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharp in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys. G, in their last game against the Jazz, was all business. He scored 14 points and a triple-double for all that effort. It's safe to say he's out of his funk after a game like that. We'll see if he can keep it rolling tonight.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest in.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific score. Passes it to Sharp. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Monday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Wednesday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town. That free throw good from G. Dallas making a switch here. Prosper's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
got a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Scoot Henderson. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Simons surveying the D. Klingon, great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Irving dishes to G.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Prosper. Kicks it to G. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Davis. It's blocked. The pass to Simons. .137 left in the first half of the game. Knocks it loose. Marshall with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Irving. A rebound by Simons.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA. Confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. Outside, Simons. The Mavericks pull it in. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
Missing that scoring opportunity, having a bad 3-for-9 shooting night.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Here's Kamare. Misses the layup. Up in time. Doesn't go for it. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Dallas. They lead by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. First half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Klingon is out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Marshall. Back to Irving. It doesn't go for him. Excellent defense there from Henderson. Here's Avdia. It counts, and the foul. That one on Davis.
Well, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
The Trailblazers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Ayton's checked in. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And, Greg, you think about what they call float beam. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Irving can't get it to go.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Henderson passes to Sharp. And he gets it back. Jacks up a three. And Scoot Henderson, good for three. Henderson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And they get it. And Davis can't get it to go.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. I would like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Fifth, the Mavericks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really looked to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And, boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
And it'll be the Mavericks with their first time out here of the game.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Williams, he's checked in for Jarek Lively. Daniel Gafford comes in for Davis. Washington's checked in for Marshall. And it's Klay Thompson in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Sharp. Defense is right there. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for G. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 10 points a game last year. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Thompson surveying the floor. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Henderson outside. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called for. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Jalen Smith comes in for Ayton. And it's Simons in for Grant. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Sharp, the pass to Simons. High post try, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, defensively, they just look lost in the second half. They need to turn up their intensity and get back to the way they were defending in the first half.
Here's G, covered by Simons. And he comes up with the deuce.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Henderson passes to Sharp. Smith trying to break loose, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
How about that move by Sharp against the defense, getting them to put contact on him so he can draw the foul.
Edwards, he's checked in for Williams. And Sharp drops them both. Mavericks trailed by 5. Thompson outside. He kicks it to G. Inside, Edwards. Comes up empty down low.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
Sharp against Gafford. Smith outside. And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. That free throw missing. Irving's checked in for Dallas. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Kumar is checked in, and Avdia is subbed in for Anthony Simons. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Avdia, he's got 5. Unloads from 9, misses off the left iron.
Well, when he's got space to operate inside like that, he is not going to hesitate.
Here's Irving to the wing on the left. Here's G with 1 on the clock, and the rejection by Smith. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Trailblazers as they wrap up the third quarter on a
36.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Kyrie Irving is out there with G. Then it's Derek Lively, and there's Davis, and it's Marshall in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's denied. Davis with it. And here is Marshall. Davis dishes to G. Back to Davis. Clinging with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Avdia, the pass to Ayton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Ayton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also that they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
To the paint, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, always amazing to watch a man Ayton size fly up there like that.
Dallas calls timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes.
Now, here's Simon. He's guarded closely.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Irving with it. Now, Avdia defending.
Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Henderson kicks to Avdia. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Hits it from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Passes it to G. The 19-foot shot. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Henderson. 11 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
They get it again.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Kamara. And he drops it in from the low post. And it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's G. That's good from 17 feet away.
A dependable distributor. Irving is adept at seeing the floor and making the pass.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Irving against Henderson. So Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. See you later.